record button about 7 or 8 times on this one. This one I'm gonna have to disclaimer. This could be pretty triggering for some people, so I'm gonna talk about my childhood, my very young childhood, and some inappropriate stuff that maybe other people have experienced, but may or may not be ready to deal with. So I'm just going to warn you. This video may not be for you. Enter with caution. This one's been a while coming. It's taken me a while to even get the courage to even talk about this one and to understand the whole situation. So before I can go back, I have to talk about now, because I have to preface this. I'm not a psychologist, a counselor. I have zero formal training. I don't know shit from Shinola. I do a lot of research on self-improvement and the like, and this is just my philosophy on things. Again, it may or may not work for you. It may be completely and totally ass backwards, but this is how I'm saving my life. And maybe some of these messages may reach the right people and help them with theirs to some degree. But so, if you've ever listened to any motivational stuff, a very common theme is to find your why. A person can't be successful till they understand their why. Why are you doing what you want to do? Why do you want to be a better person? Or why do you want to be more successful or have more money or whatever? What's your why that's going to keep you motivated in the game when times get tough? And I've listened to so much of that stuff and deconstructed it in my head, which is scary. But now I feel like I'm at a point where I have to go backwards. And in going backwards, I have to understand why the past is the key to my future. So I can't unlock the future I deserve, the future that I want, the future I'm destined for, without taking all these keys that are in the past and unlocking situations and understanding them. So, and some of you I've talked to, and I tell you, sometimes it'll just be why, and that's how I talk to myself. A situation will arise, and I'll get angry about it, and then I'll stop myself before I do anything stupid, but I'll ask myself why. Why am I angry? And whatever the reason is, and okay, so why is that? And then why, and why, and why, and what I've come up with in my head. Again, I don't know. Could be the dumbest math in America, but in my small hillbilly head, I've determined that I need to just go back as far as I can and answer as many whys as I can to truly understand why I am the way I am, why my instincts are the way they are, emotionally, mentally, so that I can correct them. I can't fix stuff I don't understand. So one of my big issues has always been self-worth. I've had a lot of language in my life that tells me I ain't worth shit, and so in battling that, I try to go back as far as I can. And the very first memory I have of somebody telling me that something that was negative about my worth. So I don't remember. This is probably one of my very first memories of trauma. And so I'll just tell the story. All I remember is being at a neighbor's house when we lived in projects. I remember we lived on the 3rd floor and they were on the 2nd floor. And I don't remember why I was there or any of that, but I was about 3 or 4 years old, and I don't. What I do remember, the very first thing I can recall, is a girl about my age and I were in a bedroom, and there wasn't much in this bedroom, but there was a mattress standing up, leaning against the wall, and as kids will do, we turned that into a fort, and I don't remember. I don't remember anything leading up to that. I just remember at some point explaining to her about playing doctor, and that playing doctor playing doctor was something you did that was naked. And so we were playing doctor, inspecting each other, and part of doctor is part of doctor was intercourse, and so after we inspected each other, we were attempting to do that, and her dad busted in on us and caught us, and rightfully so, yelling and screaming and telling me what a dirty, nasty little boy I was, and all kinds of other stuff. And I just remember in that moment feeling dirty and nasty, and I remember feeling like a worthless little piece of shit. And I also remember feeling like knowing that I'd been caught doing something that was a secret that nobody was supposed to know about, and that feeling ashamed and embarrassed, and it is frustrating because I don't know where I got that knowledge. I don't know where I knew anything about. I haven't uncovered that yet. I don't know where it is that I learned what the game of doctor was, and that it was a secret, and that you would get in trouble if you got caught. Which is real. It's a real hard thing to process. Like, I don't know who taught me that, and I don't know the circumstances around that. I just knew, that it's a secret, and you get in trouble if you got caught, etc. So then when I did get caught, I remember feeling ashamed, and like a dirty little boy, like he said, and I don't blame him. I mean, it's a natural reaction. We're poor as fuck back then, living in the projects. Most of these people don't have high school educations. They don't know how to process or deal with that stuff. And I really don't remember what happened afterwards. I remember being in trouble, but I think that's about the first time. That's as far back as I can go right now. I don't know. It's weird to hear about people having blocks and whatnot, and I just can't go back any further. But at 3 or 4 years old, I just remember, feeling ashamed and worthless and like a filthy, dirty piece of shit. And I mean, I've really worked hard on this, and I understand this. And I understand that whatever the cause of that, wherever I acquired that knowledge of playing that game, Doctor, that I was some sort of victim. And that's not my fault. And being a baby, there's nothing I could have done about it. I think the thing I've struggled mostly with here lately is, I've always believed in God. I turned my back on him for a while, but, I've always known everything is God's plan. And so what I really have struggled with more than any of the other stuff as an adult, acknowledging and understanding this, is that what kind of lesson is someone supposed to learn? Where's the value? In being 3 or 4 years old and being traumatized like that. There's always supposed to be value or something in the lesson, and how do you justify that? How do you rationalize that in your head? And I think the only sense I can really make of it is because I am Josh, and I say stuff, and I got a big mouth. But I have a voice, and it may take me a little while to rev up the courage, but I'm not afraid to use it. And maybe there's somebody else out there that's suffered similar trauma that doesn't have a voice and needs to hear. He's there to voice at someone like me to get the courage to start addressing their issues in their life and free themselves from the trauma and pain that somebody else afflicted on them. I hate to use the word victim because clearly I was victimized in some way, shape, or form. I can't say that anything happened to me physically or whatever. I just don't recall that. I can't find that memory, and maybe that's a good thing. But maybe there's somebody out there who has, and who suffers from that, relives those memories and whatnot. And so maybe this stupid little video of someone saying, life sucks sometimes, but you're not alone. And I don't know what the reason is that this happened to you, but I understand. I feel like I understand why I had to go through that particular instance. And I think that all these years later, God knew that I would make this video to let you know that you're not alone. You're not a useless piece of shit. You're not dirty or filthy. You're not useless. You're not unlovable. That you deserve love and happiness and peace in your soul. And while it's going to be a lot of hard work, and you're going to shed a lot of fucking tears, and you're going to have a lot of sadness and anger, and it's probably never going to go away, but at least you can address it and understand it. And maybe you can be the voice to strengthen somebody else and help them find their voice. And maybe that's where the healing begins. So, I don't know. This is a risky fucking video, right? But listen, I've told y'all, my truth is my truth, and I won't hide anything from you. I'm trying to fix my life, and this is part of it. And I hope sharing these stories with you guys and gals maybe helps you too. Or maybe this video can help somebody you know and you can share it with them. And I know I'm not like the greatest speaker, but I promise that everything I say is 100% real and from the heart, and that there is hope and you can overcome this. It takes time and work, and I don't believe I've fully overcome it yet, but there is hope. So, I love you guys. Thanks for listening. And, like I said, I don't know shit. I'm not a counselor or whatever, but I certainly am always available. So many of you know you already DM me on Facebook and Instagram or email me or whatever. However I can help. If I can point you to a resource or just be a non-judgmental ear to listen to what you have to say, I'll help you any way I can. All we have is each other, right? So we all gotta help each other. I love you guys. Thanks for listening. Till next time.